Guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today I am joined by Dandelion, Korean pro, first time on the channel. He's actually a pro player in CRL Asia. Again, he's from Korea. He's a really good player, specifically with this deck, which I can't wait to share with you guys. Would you believe that I have never shared this deck on my channel? I've shared very similar versions, but not this classic Mega Knight Skeleton Barrel deck. And the reason I wanted to share it today with Dandelion specifically is because he plays it very, he plays it very textbook, but he shows how important one specific card is in this deck. And it really is, well, your win condition, and it's the Skeleton Barrel. He plays it so aggressively. The way he plays this deck, you'd almost think it's a Skeleton Barrel cycle deck. It's obviously not a cycle deck, but he plays it that often. Basically, whenever he has it in hand, he is playing the Skeleton Barrel. So I really wanted to show you that card specifically. I'm going to go ahead and do top ladder replays because he is currently 48th, 71, 47 in the world. But I wanted to start out with a couple replays, and then we'll do like 3 or 4 live matches at the end or the second half of this video. So let's go ahead and start out here with the one against Hog. I asked him to show like 2 really good replays, and he showed 2 insanely close replays. So I can't wait to share them with you guys again to start things off here, and then we'll go into some live gameplay. So starting things out in this first match, it's going against Hog, or the Viper deck, right? So it's going to be a Skeleton Barrel starting out at the bridge. What did I tell you guys? If he starts his hand with Skeleton Barrel, he's going to play it at the bridge. So that's his favorite opening play with this deck, is Skeleton Barrel at the bridge. So we go with a Valkyrie in the opposite lane, where the opponent goes with the Valkyrie, and we go with bats in response. So you can see kind of an awkward hand for the opponent here, no response to those bats, so we end up eating up that Valkyrie, and then the Hog held to 1 hit thanks to that Goblin Gang in the right lane. So again, we play the Spear Goblins there, being aggressive at the bridge for that chip damage with the Spear Goblins, hoping to get some sort of a counter out of the opponent's hand. We actually go with a cycle log there so they can have the Executioner down against that that Skeleton Barrel. But again, Skeleton Barrel in hand, we're going to go ahead and play it, force a response out of the opponent. They had to use a 5 elixir Executioner and a 2 elixir log to get there, just to counter that 3 elixir Skeleton Barrel plus a snowball. This time they catch our miner using the Valkyrie in the right lane. This is a really strong deck. As I was telling you guys in the beginning, I do think that Skeleton Barrel is, I don't know if it's underrated, but yeah, I think it's a little bit underrated. I think it's a really strong card. And here we go again, Skeleton Barrel at the bridge in the left lane. Told you guys he uses a lot of Skeleton Barrel. Now, what about the Mega Knight? I think this is the first time he played the Mega Knight in this match, I believe. Mega Knight is going to be used mainly as just a defensive response. You really want to take advantage of the enter into the arena leap ability of the Mega Knight. So you're not going to be cycling Mega Knight. You're rarely going to be playing him aggressively at the bridge. It's rather going to be always in response to something on the defensive end. I guess the only exception being like Lava Hound, if you want to go ahead and pressure bridge after they played a Lava Hound. But even in those situations, I don't know, it might be better just to go ahead and pressure with like Skeleton Barrel. I guess Mega Knight wouldn't be bad against the Lava Hound. Anyway, the Inferno Dragon there, bleeding away through that Hog in the left lane. Damage here relatively even, as we're about 15-20 seconds here into double elixir time. Inferno Dragon's going to be absolutely destroyed by that Executioner in the left. Again, he just puts out so much damage, that new Xe, although his range is definitely noticeably smaller. I like the new Xe. So Mega Knight comes down a little bit in front there of the Hog Rider, just making sure that we don't allow that Executioner to get extra value. Now we have another Skeleton Barrel at the bridge along with the bats. I like the Skeleton Barrel bats combo at the bridge too, forcing a kind of an uncomfortable situation, I guess, for the opponent. They have to answer the bats, and then they have to answer the Skeleton Barrel afterwards, or the skeletons from the Skeleton Barrel. So we're able to get all sorts of damage on that dual lane push, the Mega Knight in the left, and then the bats in the Skeleton Barrel in the right. Now we're going to put some pressure in the right as well. Mega Knight comes down, a nice Earthquake, just kind of allowing the Hog to, no, actually, it didn't get to the tower, so not a nice Earthquake. I take it back. All right, so here we go again, Skeleton Barrel at the bridge, and bats. As soon as he sees that Executioner, he's going to go bats as well. Nice NATO there to clean everything up by the opponent. Inferno Dragon's going to go ahead and get destroyed again by that Executioner there and kited with that Valkyrie. Nice job by the opponent here. And this, I think, is going to be a big push from the opponent. This gets really close. So So Skeletons, okay, not this push, the next one. Skeletons kind of not doing a good job tanking for the Executioner. Now we go with a log cycled in the left. The opponent has plenty of responses to this deck. This is not an easy matchup for us here because he has obviously the log, he also has Xe, he also has the NATO for all of our splash. So here we go. It's going to be the Hog Rider. Earthquake comes down, Mega Knight comes down. Hog this time does not get to the tower. Again, 2 minutes remaining here in sudden death overtime. Again, no big spells, so we have to rely on that miner for chip damage. Executioner comes in early, gonna go ahead and respond to the Skeleton Barrel. Now a nice NATO to activate that King Tower. Activating that King Tower, what, like 5 minutes into the match? Pretty impressive. I guess we'll take it, or 4.5 minutes into the match. We'll take it. Or the opponent will take it. So here comes Inferno Dragon again in the back for us. We go in again with the Executioner in the back. Of course, he does have Earthquake in this deck instead of Rocket, so that's why we're not seeing any aggressive spell cycling by the opponent. He does catch our Miner again, same position there on that Miner, and then Valkyrie does a pretty good job cleaning up those Skeletons, but we do get the tower down 308. Now this time the Hawk does get to our tower. It gets one big hit on our left tower, 803 remaining on our left. We go again with the Skeleton Barrel at the bridge. I've been saying that the entire replay so far. 1 minute and 5 seconds or so remaining in this contest. Here comes a Miner on the tower log to push him back. Snowball comes down. Gonna go ahead and reset that Miner. 39 HP remaining on that right tower. Here it comes. A big push for the opponent. We have the Goblin Gang ready there at the bridge. Here it comes the Hog. He does get a swing in. 152 remaining. A log comes down. Make it 29 HP remaining on our tower, but a snowball comes down, takes down that right tower of the opponent. That last second snowball there before the opponent could cycle to any spells, Earthquake, or another log. All right, let's watch this one here against a classic bait deck, I believe, being played by KidKid. And this one will go ahead and go double time because I'm in a rush, or at least double speed in single elixir time. Then we will go double time, or single time and double elixir. All right. So Knight in the back. It is the classic log bait deck by KidKid here. And Inferno Dragon again being played there by Dandelion. And here comes a pretty nice push for the opponent. Gets about 1,000 or so damage off of that right tower. Here comes Mega Knight stomping down on that Princess. Bats being played for predicting the Inferno Tower. We also have the Miner going in. So hey, Mega Knight Miner on that tower taken all the way down to 1810. A nice aggressive Miner placed on that Inferno Tower along with the Bats there. So just ready for the Inferno Tower was Dandelion. So now a little bit of a damage advantage. Well, a pretty significant damage advantage, about 800. And now with the Princess set up opposite lane there and Knight to kind of clean up off that Skeleton Barrel. See the Skeleton Barrel again, we're pressuring with Skeleton Barrel, forcing the opponent to be in kind of uncomfortable situations all the time, having to worry about that Skeleton Barrel. And here it comes again in the right lane. So Skeleton Barrel log is in hand by the opponent. Oftentimes, especially if you're not in top ladder here, playing against other pro players, a lot of players, even myself sometimes, they're not used to facing a lot of Skeleton Barrels, and they will miss time logs and zaps and bar barrels, whatever. They'll miss time a lot. So here we go here. A nice Inferno Tower placement there by KidKid, getting a ton of value, really, taking care of a lot of the troops. And then we go ahead and we cycle a Skeleton Barrel in the back. Again, Skeleton Barrel's going to go ahead and engage in that Inferno Tower, and another Skeleton Barrel in the back. Rocket played by the opponent. Let's go into single elixir, or single speed here. 850, 735 remaining. We have a Miner on the tower here, guys. We have Bats down as well. Inferno Tower takes out the Mega Knight, but the Miner got tons of damage. Here we go again. Spear Goblins and another Skeleton Barrel there at the bridge. We have one Spear Goblin connecting. No Spear Goblins connecting to the tower. A Goblin Barrel from the opponent. Snowball in response. Miners on the tower. GG, 155 remaining on the right tower. Two very, very close matches there by Dandelion. Let's go ahead and jump into the arena, play some live matches, guys. All right, guys, into the first match here against Bag. Oh, this should be a good one here. Don't know what Bag's playing, you never know. He plays Beatdown, he plays Balloon decks, he plays everything. So we'll see. We face Bag a lot, and he gives the Inferno Tower. We gotta go ahead and respond with an Inferno Tower emote from the spectator stands here. So I see you, Bag. I see you, man. It looks like you might be playing, well, the Bar Barrel comes out along with that Ice Whiz. So again, the NATO comes out too. Maybe it's an Expo. Maybe it's like an Icepo deck or something. I don't know. Anyway, here we go into this match. About 30 seconds. We go with, of course, Skeleton Barrel aggressively at the bridge there, responding with a Tombstone here. So Tombstone goes down. maybe even, I don't know, maybe even a weird kind of golem deck or something being played by Bag. Mega Minion cycled in the back by Bag. We're going to go ahead and invite a bunch of Swarm here in the right lane. Bar Barrel comes down from Bag, taking care of a lot of those Spirit Goblins, and we go with the Goblin Gang again. Now we have Ice Wiz set up for Bag in the right lane, and a Mega Minion kind of slowly but surely flying his way over into the left lane. We have a Miner down on that left tower. Baby Dragon response. Yeah, it looks like it actually is probably a Golem deck or graveyard or something. I don't know. Anyway, Inferno Dragon for the Baby Dragon. Gets a lot of value out of his Inferno Dragon as well. Lightning comes down, definitely a Golem deck. So Lightning comes down, and we go ahead and use Bats, taking care of that Baby Dragon. Going to apply some pressure here again, and Mega Minion down in response by Bag. A nice job, kind of. You can see how he goes aggressive with the Spear Goblins, because he's fine if they're going to use if anybody's going to use a Bar Barrel or Log or anything against any card in your deck. You're going to want it to be those Spear Goblins, not the Goblin Gang, certainly not the Skeleton Barrel. So speaking of Skeleton Barrel, here it comes again on the left tower. Also a Miner down, a NATO there by Bag. One Skeleton, one Larry doing tons of damage on that tower, forcing an Ice Wiz out of Bag there. So that one Skeleton did did a lot of damage. What, a few hundred damage maybe to that tower. Here we go with a Inferno Dragon again being played here by Dandelion. Also a Mega Knight played at the bridge. A nice Mega Knight there in that situation, not getting the defensive value, but because Bag went with the Lightning, Dandelion knows he's playing with a pretty significant elixir advantage here. Look at only 3 elixir in the hand right now of Bag. Meanwhile, we have the Mega Knight dead, but we have a nice elixir advantage here overall. We're probably going to go into Miner here. Here comes Miner. Miner on the left side of that tower. Baby Dragon takes care of those Bats for us, getting a little bit of chip damage, and then reloading with the Inferno Dragon there in the back again, holding on to that damage advantage as well. Definitely going to be going into, probably going into sudden death here. So here we go, about 10 seconds remaining in this contest. A Mega Knight stomps on that Ice Wiz at the bridge. Here we go, 8 seconds remaining. Mega Knight again making his way into the side of the arena. This is going to be a tough push to stop here. A NATO comes down there for Bag. Bag hasn't even played his win condition yet, guys. Isn't that incredible? We've been applying so much pressure throughout this match that Bag has not even used his win condition. Wow. All right, 1588 remaining on the tower. Again, Lightning comes down there by Bag, and we miss the Baby Dragon with the Mega Knight. So Baby Dragon gets all kinds of damage for Bag. Maybe it's a Baby Dragon deck. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the win con. All right, so a Miner comes on the tower, and again, NATO being used here by Bag. But he could be in big trouble here, guys. We have Skeleton Barrel, we have a Mega Knight, very healthy Mega Knight, stomping on those skeletons, going to make his way to the tower as well, and that's going to be GG, one final stamp of approval or stamp of destruction onto the tower from Mega Knight. That's going to be a victory. Let's go into the next match, guys. All right, guys, match number 2 here against Ice Entrance. I want to make sure I was reading that right. Ice Entrance. All right, so we're going to go with a Miner in the back. Of course, defensive Miners are going to be incredibly important in this deck against especially Royal Ghost, right? Of course, we have the Miner. We also have the Mega Knight as really our 2 big body kind of glass tank type troops inside this deck. Now we combo this Mega Knight with the Bats here. Looks like we're playing against a 3 Musketeer deck. Probably using, yeah, it's got to be 3 Musketeers, using Rascals as well. Zap comes down from the opponent. So 3 Musketeers are making a little bit of a comeback. It's been a while since I shared 3 Musketeer deck here on the channel. I really ought to do that sooner rather than later. Maybe I should try 3 Musketeers. That was my favorite archetype way back in the day. And speaking of the Devils, there they are. So I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like an easy matchup. We don't have a big spell, but we do have Mega Knight for 2 of the Musketeers. Cannon Cart comes down too. Look at this deck, guys. Cannon Cart, 3 Musketeers, Rascals, Royal Ghost. We do a good job of kind of waiting on that Cannon Cart, or the Musketeers to catch up to the Cannon Cart, rather. That way we can A, keep the Mega Knight pretty healthy, and B, more importantly, take advantage of, again, the Enter the Arena ability, taking care of all 3 of those troops at once, the 2 Musketeers and the Cannon Cart. Now we have a Royal Ghost. Nice defense there by Ice, the opponent, and now he's putting some pressure on us here with a Bandit. We're going to use, again, a defensive Miner, doing a good job spacing there, avoiding that Bandit getting into a charge situation, and also making sure the Royal Ghost couldn't go back to being invisible. So here we go, about 65 seconds or so remaining in this match. Crossing over to double extra time is going to be interesting. A pump comes down for the opponent, and we attack here at the bridge with another skeleton barrel. Notice how many of these matches go into overtime playing this deck, and again, that's a little symptomatic of not having a big spell in your deck, but also just something to note for you guys. If you're losing a lot of matches with this deck, maybe the issue is we activate King Tower there. Interesting. He gives a good game. That had to have been a mistake. I'm not sure why we would activate King Tower, especially when we were playing the skeleton barrel. Interesting. Anyway, we go with the defensive miner in the left lane. It looks like we're willing to take a little bit of damage. Are we back to Mega Knight here? Ooh, Cannon Cart locks on. We are back to Mega Knight. He comes down. Cannon Cart gets a lot of damage there on that right tower. Okay, so Mega Knight's going to jump backwards into our side of the arena. Royal Ghost intercepting the Mega Knight at the bridge there. Battle at the bridge. 3 Musketeers are played. Here we go. Big push here on the right, guys. We're going to score some damage, right? I think. Zap down on the skeleton barrel. Nice job. Spear Goblins connecting to the right tower. Some damage, but not a ton, right? Okay, now Rascals played at the bridge there in the left. We have a Goblin Gang in the right. Mega Knight down again. They're on the Royal Ghost, on the Musketeers. We lose all those Goblins. We have a Boy Rascal, a couple Girl Rascals, and a Musketeer on the left tower. Nice snowball kind of taking care of all of that damage. Now we have a Barbarian and a Musketeer on the left tower. There's going to be a lot of damage on the left tower now, all the way down to 1187. Meanwhile, we connect with the Mega Knight on the right tower, 938. Now we have a big push coming in the right. Mega Knight is in hand, though. I think that was a mistake by the opponent, not thinking we were back to Mega Knight in time. Mega Knight did just die after all in the same lane. Zap comes down. We go in with Spear Goblins with the Mega Knight as well. Spear Goblins doing a good job. And a Skeleton Barrel. Miners on the tower. 562 remaining on that tower. 2 minutes or so remaining here in sudden death overtime. Here we go with the Bandit. Rascals being played right on that tower. We do connect. 402 remaining on that right tower. Girl Rascals cleaning up those skeletons from the Skeleton Barrel. Here comes the Cannon Cart aggressively in the left lane. Mega Knight lands on that Cannon Cart. Big push here in the right. We have a Miner on defense. Man, he is doing a good job staying alive in this matchup. Man, I think we would have had this had we not activated his King Tower with the snowball like that. Mega Knight on the left tower down to 356. 402 on the right tower. We have a big push coming, guys, in both lanes. Mega Knight comes down the left. We have a Bandit. We have a couple Rascals here in the right. Nice job with those Spear Goblins and another Spear Goblin in hand. Wow, nice defense here. This is an intense match, guys. A defensive Miner there against the Royal Ghost in the right lane. 356 again remaining on that left tower. Rascals go ahead and take care of that Mega Knight in the left. Now we have Rascals. We have a Bar Barrel coming down a little bit early there. Zap also in hand. We get the death damage on that tower. 242 now on the right tower. We have Girl Rascals on the left tower. We have a Barbarian being killed by our right tower. Here comes a Royal Ghost. Not going to get any damage there. Again, defensive Miner. We go in with a Skeleton Barrel aggressively. We have a Bandit here. We have Goblin Gang down for the Bandit. Ooh, man. Bar Barrel down. Okay, Cannon Cart in the right. Cannon Cart in the right. We need something. Okay, Spirit Goblins at the bridge. We have Bats. No, Cannon Cart. 1 shot. 2 shots. Oh, good game, man. That was such a close match, though. That was really well played. I'm surprised that he held on for that long. Let's go into another one, guys. All right, guys, the final match of the video. What an unfortunate loss, but still one of my favorite matches in a while to show. That match was crazy. Neither of the players obviously having a big spell in their decks, so both of those towers are just clinging onto life for so long in that contest. Here we go. It's going to be a Miner on that left tower. Fisherman here deployed by the opponent. So, of course, it's a Fisherman sighting. It had been too long since we've seen Fisherman. How do you guys feel about Fisherman? We're getting close to the end of the season now. Do you still think he's OP? I expect him to definitely get a nerf. You know, although, just my own opinion, I've shared this before. Big push coming, by the way. Mega Knight in hand, though. Mega Knight down. Nice defense here. We do take some damage, though. I've said it before, though. I think he needs a nerf, but just a small one. People are starting to adjust to Fisherman, you know? We'll still see a lot of him, but even in CRL, we're seeing less Fisherman in 1v1 than we did at the very beginning of the month. So I would advise, nice job kind of clogging up that arena. Look at that. Knowing the opponent had Fisherman in cycle, that was a beautiful play there. A real pro play by Dandelion. Going in with the Miner, the Bats, and the Mega Knight, knowing that Fisherman was in cycle, forcing a poison out of the opponent, but not before we score a ton of damage to their left tower. Here comes a Dark Prince and a Fisherman in the right lane. We're going to go ahead and just respond with the Goblin Gang. That's going to do a nice job on defense. Buy that tower a little bit of time, taking care of that Fisherman. Now we have an awkward defensive battle ram. Look at that. We took no damage in that right lane, excuse me. We're going to go ahead and just snowball here and spear goblins. No need to over-defend like with a Mega Knight there. Force the opponent to make some plays first. So we have one Barbarian on the left tower. We're going to let it get a couple swings. It's going to hurt. 16-24 remaining. We go in with a Skeleton Barrel at the bridge. You notice, play Skeleton Barrel, I don't know, maybe about, what, 80% of the time, 90% of the time at the bridge versus, like, in back of his King Tower or behind his Princess Towers. Tower is down there. And here we go. It's going to be P.E.K.K.A at the bridge. And that's the cool thing about this deck is it actually deals very well with P.E.K.K.A because of the Inferno Dragon, because of all the bait kind of swarmy cards that we have in the deck. So it's not a difficult matchup that you would be, you know, used to if you were playing like a traditional P.E.K.K.A deck going against, or a traditional Mega Knight deck rather, going against P.E.K.K.A matchups. So here we go with the Skeleton Barrel. That's going to go ahead and score a little bit of damage there despite that Magic Archer chipping away a lot at that right tower, getting it all the way down thanks to those Spear Goblins below 2,000, 1940 HP. Again, Mega Knight is in hand. Also the Inferno Dragon. Bats come down on the Magic Archer, forcing an E-Wiz out of the opponent. So this could actually be a huge push here, right? We have a Fisherman, we have a E-Wiz. We used a nice defensive Skeleton Barrel there, very noteworthy. Nice play, nice job kind of spreading out his cards here as Dandelion. He's not panicking here. 1 second remaining, that's going to be GG, guys. Let's go ahead and end the video there. A much requested deck. Huge shout out to Dandelion for coming on the channel. Check out his player stats and profile. Thanks to statsroyale.com. That will be in the show notes below along with the deck link. Make sure you give the deck a try, guys. Hopefully this helped you out in terms of kind of strategy and providing a blueprint, a template, and some strategy tips for you guys to go ahead and use this deck and have success inside the arena. Huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information as well. Thank you for watching, guys, and as always, take care, guys.